this week's President's Corner Current column. I hope you're having a great week. This week I'd like to talk to you a little bit about leadership lessons learned. I had the privilege of attending a conference, and the keynote speaker was a woman by the name of Alison Levine. She was the captain of the very first women's expedition that climbed to the top of Mount Everest. Her story is fascinating, and she has a book called On the Edge. I would encourage you to pick it up. In there, she talks about the lessons that were learned not only during that expedition, but she's also skied both the North and South Pole. She's made it to the peak of every continent. So her lessons come from really unusual experiences that we might not have the opportunity. So a couple of the things that she talks about that I think are unique perspective is teamwork, for example. She says, we think about the normal things with teamwork that, you just want to get the same crew, moving together in the same direction. But it's also more than that. It's making sure that they have your back, that they're passionate about your success, not just their own. She believes in finding team members that have the expertise, that have the experience, but the ego, and when you think of ego, sometimes we think that's a negative thing, but the reality is they want to win, and they want to win for the team versus themselves. So that's kind of what differentiates that ego and why it can play a really important role in a successful team. There are other really great lessons. I hope that you have time to read a few of the others that I included in my column, or have a chance to pick up her book. It was very inspiring, and I learned to look at things a little bit differently versus the traditional leadership lessons that we tend to learn. Also, be sure and mark your calendars for October 19th if you haven't registered yet for the economic forecast. It's going to be great this year. We've changed it around. It's a late afternoon event. We have a new moderator, a new panelist. As I've said before, it's one of my favorite events, but I think this year is going to be really exciting. So I hope you can join us. Have a great week.